you guys also got the perfect storm with drama. I feel like every episode there was something going on. I mean, we got Luke Quan sleeping through his tea times. We had Slope on Rangefinders Improved Lives. Which incident did you think you got the most response from, or the most like outrage from on your socials?
I mean, I think for my own thing, the Slope gate is the biggest thing. I guess they're calling it. I guess nowadays you just add gate to any
yeah. That's how you do it.
Drama, and it's it's what's called. But Slope gate with Mo, just because he is a good guy, and obviously we're a little closer to him than we are to Quan. Obviously was a good guy, but now he's not. And then Paige, we filmed a couple times with her, but yeah, I'd say this Slope gate was probably ended up being the biggest one, which I think Quan is very thankful that both of those things happened on that last episode. It took a little more heat off him, but there's a lot of drama, and luckily for me, on that last day, I tried to stay away from it as much as possible because I was the A player on my team. I knew I had to keep playing well for us to have a chance to win coming down the stretch. So I literally just made like a promise to myself. I'm like, hey, I'm staying out of this drama. I am not getting involved. There was at one point, like 25 people held it up around one laptop trying to see the video of Mo with the rangefinder. And I'm just like, I'm just staying on the tee box. I'm not getting involved. I don't care. I'm just focused on my game and trying to give ourselves the best chance to win. And I'm glad I did, because I think some of that drama is very easily to get wrapped up in. I think a lot of people did. And I was able to just kind of focus on my game and just keep playing golf and try to help me, Beef and Francis, win that thing.
Yeah, you let the clubs do the talking. There's no doubt about it. Everybody else likes to be entertaining, saying certain things and all that. But, you're close with Mo. He's a member of the good team. And since this all came out, I mean, listen, social media is a very tough place and people can be really harsh. How has he been with everything that's come out?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been tough. He does live in Utah, so he doesn't live in Dallas like a lot of us do. So I don't see him quite as much. I really only see him on trips. But I mean, from what I've heard, and he's posted some things on his Instagram of, he doesn't mind if people come at him. I guess he has some people going at his family, like DMing his family members, saying terrible things about, Mo or about them, whatever. And it's like that's when it gets to a point. It's like, hey, look, if no matter what you think about the situation, whether you think he cheated or you think he didn't, like, go at Mo. Like, he's even said, like, he can handle, I'm not condoning going at Mo by any means, but he said, come at me, just don't come at my family. Like, they had literally nothing to do with it. They weren't even there. They weren't even at the Invitational. So there's, it's the internet, and you're obviously going to have a lot of keyboard warriors that, want to give their input to, to Mo or to anybody else. But yeah, I think that's the only thing he's struggling with is like, people going at his family, which is just obviously obnoxious and just unbelievable that people do that. But again, it's like, it's the internet. And when you have that many eyeballs on you for one video, it's like, if you do the right things, you're going to get praised. If you, possibly do the wrong things, you are going to get heat. So that's kind of what you sign up for when you sign up for an event like that and go play.
I'll say this. Here's the deal. Like, you don't have to give your opinion on it because he's your boy and he's on your team. Like, I saw the video. Do I think he moved the button? Absolutely. Do I think it's a big deal? No. Like, this isn't a PGA Tour event. I mean, it's a slope on a rangefinder. Who cares?
Exactly. I mean, it's the same thing. The video does not look good. I will say that. Yeah. But also at the same time, it's like, no one will ever know for sure if he did, except for Mo. It's like, he's the only one, I think, who will ever know whether he was or not. Maybe he was just freaking out and checking it and just looked wrong. I don't know. But only he'll know for sure. His video obviously doesn't look fantastic, and most people, I think, would agree with that. But again, like you said, it's, people going that crazy over it on, a YouTube event. It's pretty wild, but yeah, it was a whole drama, and I'm glad during that moment I was just able to stay out of it and just, kind of do my own thing and just let my clubs do the talking, like you said.
Some passionate people. Guy using a slope on his rangefinder, like, I need to message some hate to his wife. That's what I'm going to take the time out of my day to tell his wife what a piece of shit I think he is. I would say of the whole thing, you came away as the big winner. Clearly you won the tournament, but just like PR-wise, the way you come across, I think you were the guy. And there was a lot of people that took some negative PR, like we've been talking about right now. But outside of yourself, who's one person that stood out maybe that you think shined at the Internet Invitational?
I mean, I think Chaz did a great job. I mean, he's a hell of a golfer. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like I had seen videos. I'd never played with him. Good had one time, but it was a trip it was like a certain day I wasn't able to go. So I didn't get to play with him. That was the first time I'd seen him play a little bit in person. He's impressive. I mean, he swings as hard as he can at every shot, and it just goes dead straight. And he plays really good golf, and he's got a great personality. I think he was a big winner. I think Bubby was a little polarizing on some of it, but I think he was a big winner too because he was very team first mentality. And then obviously I think it's been a little polarizing with him calling out Mo on the last round, which he holds true to his morals. It's like even in good videos, whatever. It's like if he thinks someone's ever cheating or doing something wrong, like he's the first person who's not afraid to call someone out, which I think is very commendable of someone to be able to have the courage to like call someone out in front of people and not just kind of hold it in. It takes a lot of courage. So I think Bubby was a little polarizing, but mainly he was a winner coming out of that thing. And then obviously Francis. I mean, Francis was he's the funniest guy in the room. I love Francis. That dude is. We filmed with him like a year ago in the Bahamas, or a little over a year ago, and he was awesome. And he's gotten so much better at golf too since then. And he's just a funny dude. And then obviously Beef, rest in peace to Beef. He was literally the nicest person in the entire world. Like, I mean, y'all probably saw all the social media posts, even the day that it was announced of his passing. Like, everyone was saying just how genuine he was. Every time they talked to him, he was just the nicest person they'd ever met. And it's true. I mean, he's one of those few people that can make anyone feel like the most important person in the room when he talks to you. And I think that shows a ton about someone's character if they can make you feel that way. And he genuinely was such a great man. And obviously this whole thing was kind of ended up being a tribute to him, which obviously wish this situation never happened with him. But the fact that it did, and he's still, it's kind of a God thing that he hit the first shot of the tournament, the last shot of the tournament, and then obviously the tribute to him at the end. It was cool to see. I think everyone was shedding a tear when, that those last few minutes happened in that video. So definitely some winners, and obviously a few losers too. But that's, again, you put yourself out there in front of millions and millions of people, and kind of a reality TV type setting. It's like there's going to be winners and losers, and that's kind of what you sign up for.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to Francis, I was watching that final episode, and when Paige popped off to him, and I love Paige, and I was like, oh boy, let's not go barking up that tree. That's the one that'll come back at you, and I don't think it's going to go well.
Yeah, I definitely egged him on a little bit too. Once I kind of felt what was happening, because it was really a flip of a switch, like, and I've always liked Paige too. I mean, we filmed with her some, and she's always been super nice, and that first green of that last round, she's kind of barking at Francis about that putt, which literally was like a 2-foot putt that you're playing outside the hole. Like, I'm not giving that putt ever. And she started kind of barking up that wrong tree, and I felt like that was a good opportunity to kind of egg Francis along, and maybe he could bring his comedian side out, and he did a little bit. It was funny what he said on the tee box about this is my side gig, and we're playing for the same thing here. But Francis is awesome. He's definitely someone you don't want to egg on and kind of get on his bad side. But if you're on his good side, like I was and I have been, he's a funny guy and he's fun to be around.